Okay, what it says on the screen, just so you know, is best exercises before date evening. Okay, so you see what's going on here, right? Nasty stuff, gross, ew. Positions and all sorts of nasty stuff that you could do on a date sexually. Why did I show you this? Well, here's why. Here's why I showed it to you. First of all, nasty. And secondly, women are doing this stuff online now. This overt, gross, nasty, hypersexualized, like gross stuff. And I can't say it enough. Nasty, nasty. How many times do I need to say nasty when these women are doing this stuff? They're doing this, and then they'll turn around 5 posts later or 6 posts later or 20 posts later and be like, I went on a date and he didn't respect me. I'm not getting any respect from men. I don't know why. These men are just so, they don't respect who I am. They treat me like a one-night stand. And I'm not saying her in particular. I'm using this as an example because you can look all over the internet and see this kind of crap. I went out with him and he treated me like I was just there for a night. He didn't call me. He didn't text me. I feel so used. What are you putting out there? What are you putting out there? It used to be that it was controversial when a girl would put an Instagram selfie up and it was, ostentatious. There was like a little, the swimsuit, maybe a little of the butt cheek was exposed. Now it's just, let me just act out sexual acts at the gym. Also, is this not the same girl that would go to the gym and then complain if people were looking at her? Oh my God, he's so gross. You can't do anything around men. Yes, honey, you can't simulate sex actively among men and not have them be like, even I'm like, you can't do that. You can't act like trash and expect to be treated like a lady. You can't put out trashy content and expect to be taken out by a gentleman and be treated like a gentleman would treat a lady. It doesn't work like that. And this is why I tell women, what are you doing? What are you putting out there? You cannot control a man's behavior. You can control your behavior. And your behavior, good or bad, is what attracts male behavior, good or bad. So instead of crying about it, instead of complaining, instead of being like, oh, I'm not respected, why don't you take a good hard look in the mirror, because that's what you have control over. And look at the message you're putting out there. Would you really expect a guy to watch that content and be like, oh, I can't wait for her to meet my mom, my younger sister, my nieces, my nephew? No, you'd be horrified that your mother might do a search and see that. Nasty, disgusting stuff. Like, honey, save it for the bedroom with your one guy that you're giving it up to, not just spread all over the internet, nasty stuff, gross. And, people say, oh, Jed, you're being so harsh. You're putting that crap out there and I'm the one being harsh? No, this is me shaking you. Hello, honey. When you wake up in 5 years and you're crying because you're alone and you got some guy who's treating you with disrespect, you know what I'm going to say? What did you put out there to invite that guy and not that good guy over there who wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole?